Welcome back to ESA Winter 2022. We are raising money for Alzheimer's Fund, and links to donate can be found below the stream. We would also like to thank ClearStart, Dermalogica, Fist Forged in Shadow Torch, and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. Now, it is time for something amazing. It is time for Aegican running Dance Rush Stardom. Take it away.
Hello, all of you beautiful guys, gals, and my non-binary pals out there. Nice to meet you. It is me, Aegican, aka Jamario, for those of you who know me outside of the nets. And what I am standing on here is a platform for the game Dance Rush Stardom. Dance Rush Stardom is by the same company, Konami, that makes Castlevania, but also makes the Bemani series of games. So if you're familiar with Dance Dance Revolution, Sound Voltex, Beatmania 2DX, same group. This is their newest game. I can't wait to show you all what this looks like. But first, I gotta first introduce a few people. First, on my commentary couch, I have Effin Weebu and Lofi the Bear. Go ahead and say hi, guys.
What's up? How you doing, everybody?
Awesome, awesome. And over here, and you may see walking back and forth, which I want to say shout out to Round 1 here in Cleveland, Ohio, for being gracious enough to let us host this event here. But we have members of the Ohio DDR community and other rhythm game communities from not only all over the U.S., but from Korea as well in attendance. Hey, everybody, say hi. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. So this is a game in which I actually do have to badge in. It does have what is called an eAmuse account. It tracks your scores, you get to unlock extra content, so forth. And each set, there are 2 songs. So I'll play 2 songs, take a break, we'll read some donations. And I can see that you all have been so generous enough to already meet both of the donation incentives already. So I want to thank you so much for that. It's going to be an awesome time. Everyone's excited for what's about to happen. And I hear that there's a Prince of Persia dub, a community dub. So during this run, all of my donation, my runner's choice are going to go to that. So let's go ahead and get that funded all, because it's all for a good cause. So let me badge in right there. And it looks like we're in. So I'm going to put in my secret pin. None of you know what it is. None of you will guess it. That is just how we roll. We're going to go there, slap that right there. While we are loading, Argic, one of the best people to host this run, one of my favorites. If you want to read a couple of donations to kind of get us started off, go for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got a $10 donation here from Games13594 with no comment, who is ready and excited to come for this run. We do have, putting it towards the Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds, any percent file name as the Germans, which will be the Germans restream. We also have a $5 donation from Yanni, who says, Argic, what a guy. And then finally a $20 donation from Ferenly, who says, 3-in-1 Argic, smashing it. Remember, folks, as well, we do have other donation incentives opened up. One of the ones coming up very, very soon that is going to be a lot of fun is the Prince of Persia community dub. If you want to see Jacka do the run with the community dub that features re-recorded voice lines by the Prince of Persia speedrunning community, we need $2,000 for that. We are at $65. It has just been opened up after meeting these 2 incentives. Keep your donations coming in. It is going to be great. You're going to love this run.
All right, awesome. Thank you, thank you. Keep up the donations, everyone. Don't mind me, I'm bringing up my song list. It is quite long. All right, so I already did some warm-ups off stream, but we're going to go ahead and start with a warm-up, and we're going to start with this song called Shuffle the Cards. So for those of you who don't know, Dance Rush is a game that is based off of shuffling. So if you're familiar with the Running Man, which looks like this, some SpongeBob's, which look like this, and Charleston's, and other shape cutting. That is this personified into this game. This game is amazing because on top of you being able to hit the notes and step on the notes correctly, get a better judgment, the game gives you room to improvise and freestyle. It's very freeform, it's very open, and that's what I like about it. My commentators are going to do a good job of not only telling you about the song as to why I picked it, but also kind of go over a lot of like the judgments and how this is timing based as well. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get started. Timer is going to start when I hit the button. So timer is going to start in 3, 2, 1, starto!
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
This is stuff for cars. This song actually came out in the Dance Rush Stardom Gen 3 event, actually. What's kind of funny about this song is that this song has a pretty cool chart. Very simple. Doesn't try to do anything too hard, but also gives you a lot of chances to, freestyle, get a really good groove on there. As you can see, he's just going crazy on this car already. What do you think?
Well, about this chart, you can tell that it's very difficult in most of the charts, so you don't really see a lot of running mans in the chart, especially when Dance Rush is a much more shuffle-heavy game. So I think the chart is a bit more unique in that aspect. I think it kind of reflects the whole genre as a whole. I think it also kind of reflects the entire essence of Dance Rush, where it doesn't have to be necessarily shuffling. You can do electro swing, do funk, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this song right here, you could really just freestyle with a lot.
You gotta turn up the mics. Our mics are low. Oh shoot, he got a full combo.
Good work on the full combo.
All right. And we start off with the full combo. You love to see it, people. You love to see it. So, if you happen to notice right there on the score screen, your score goes from 0 to 100. 100 being if you hit everything perfect. The judgments are perfect, great, good, bad. Bad is a miss. And perfect is hitting it precisely within I do believe it is a 3-frame window. So it is very precise. It is frame perfect. If you get 100% is what is called an excellent or an EXC. So during this run, for every full combo that I get, I will be donating. Let's make it $10 for every full combo. Every excellent, I will be donating $20. So right now, that's $10 in the bank right there. So, some of you may be familiar with this run from when I ran it at Summer Games Done Quick 2021. Most recently, a lot has changed. Specifically, the portion where, one, it's winter. This is ESA Winter 2022. So we're going to do the appropriate thing, and we're not going to play a summer-based song. Despite, in the Northern Hemisphere, how bad we want it to be summer right now. I know I do. What we instead are going to do, if I find the right floor, is level 8. We're going to be playing a winter-based song. The difficulties in the game, there are 2 difficulties. There are easy and 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, the most difficult. We're going to see some 10 today, but I am still warming up. And I'm a festive man. So we're going to play Polar Night. This lovely lady is my partner. This is one of her favorite songs, and she is someone who does not play rhythm games. She loves this song, so this is a very special song to me. A lot of the members of the community adore this song. So I am happy to share it with you all during ESA Winter 2022. I hope you enjoy it. I can't see chat, but I hope chat is spamming all of the cat jams, all the rolling emotes, all of the dancing emotes. If not, let me see that in chat. And of course, donate. Alzheimer's Foundation is a good cause personal to me. Both of my grandparents succumbed to Alzheimer's and dementia. So this is really important to me, and I appreciate ESA supporting such a noble cause. Let's go ahead and do this, y'all. Let's have some fun.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
All right. Well, we already know, you guys already know this already, but Polar Night is happening. Made by Homarju, one of my favorite artists in Dance Rush, and this song in particular is one of my, like, I don't know, I guess one of my sleeper hits. It's very chill, very on the down low. It's not as hard, it's not as hard bass, but it just kind of gives you that feeling of, like, I don't know, you just like look cool while doing it.
Yeah, to me, I think this is probably one of my favorites with sleeper charts from him, and I mean, it's just relaxing. Actually, it's pretty good for this time of the year too, being winter. But as you can see, I mean, it's just relaxing, and the chart is it's got a really good vibe to it. Gives you enough time to just flow through it, and it doesn't try to do anything too crazy, but it also challenges you in just the right ways.
Yeah, it's definitely, I feel like it's definitely one of those charts that, like, you gotta really use your hands to, kind of, like, express your moves.
Yeah, I would agree, too. And funny thing is that this chart came out as a Discover mission. And to be honest, it was probably one of the few charts that I would say was one of my favorite Discover missions to just start to do. Put a little bit of sass in there.
Yeah, you really gotta appreciate the use of verticality in these moves, because generally Dance Rush only really cares about your position on the X-axis, but you're a lot more dynamic or expressive when you go move back and forth towards the pad.
That's a great end to that song. Nice work.
All right, and that is the first set out of the way. Woo! So many more songs to go. Already a little winded. So, one thing about this game is that it's already kind of hard enough being able to hit all of the notes consistently with precision and keep up. But it's another level of exhausting of stamina endurance to be able to make it look good and incorporate your own dance steps into it. So, while we get ready for the next set, Argic, can I have a bowl full of some dum-dums, please?
Oh, yeah, we can. We got a $5 donation from Makugan with no comment, but is putting it towards that Legend of Zelda file name for A Link Between Worlds, naming the file name BBF, competing for that one there. Also comes in again, Makugan, once again with a $6 donation, no comment, but same again, really pushing for that file name. And finally, we have a $30 donation here from Nexi with a $30 saying, happy to contribute for a good cause. Thank you very much, everybody, for your donations. Again, I do want to make it aware that for this event, all revenue generated from donations, Twitch subscriptions, cheers, and PSA merch will go to Alzheimer's Foundation. So if you have your Prime subscription, use it in the chat for some cool emotes and start cheering on the rest of the runners here.
All right, Argic, thank you so much for those donations. I appreciate all of your generosity. And I want to introduce everyone to Swiffer-chan. Swiffer-chan is a favorite of my stream, of my community. Swiffer-chan puts in the extra work, puts in extra overtime to make sure the pads are clean. These pads work off of infrared sensors, so if you kind of notice, you can see my motions of my feet when I'm dancing. There are infrared sensors. I like to kind of refer to this as a giant touch
Press
pad.
the button on the screen below.
So Swiffer-chan keeps the dust off of it, so there's less misfires, and I can score well. So the next song that we are going to play is it's a new addition to the run, and it is, I would say, a overwhelming favorite of the Dance Rush community. It came out this summer during West Public Spark Festival event, actually what is going on right now. a second chance at the Spark Festival event due to COVID and all the restrictions keeping people from going to the arcade. Oh, actually, as I scroll up here, they moved a lot of stuff around. It is going to be in this special Spark Festival folder. We will be playing the song New Solution. This song is very unique in this game because it is a style of music and hip hop that I'm fond of called New Jack Swing. If you are familiar with Boyz II Men, Jodeci, Casey and JoJo, hip hop music of the early 90s, MC Hammer as well, New Jack Swing is that personified. Came from the Philadelphia area, and this is a saucy, saucy song where you can really get funky with everything that you do. So, I figured why not incorporate it, show you some music from where I'm from. So we're gonna go ahead and play New Solution. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
Alright, so we enter into one of the newer charts in Dance Rush, and AG is not wrong when he says that this is one of the most overwhelming favorite charts in the Dance community. Personally, it's one of my favorite charts of the newer generation, because it really shows, it really gives off that 90s B-boy vibe, and it makes me really want to go, like, do a flip and a handstand.
Yeah. What's kind of funny is that this type of genre would be called like New Jack. So think of stuff like Bobby Brown or just the name of the top. That's one of the ones I think about. But Every Little Step would be a good idea. Think about how this song would be. This song itself is just chart perfectly for this. It has a great sound and really captivates that classic 90s hip hop New Jack style.
And who's Bobby Brown? I'm sorry, I'm like way too young to know this.
Sorry. Yeah, Bobby Brown was just like, he was one of the pioneers for this type of style. A small like search to look him up, but it's hard to explain. It's just that this song, just every time I hear it, all I can think about is that. I should also maybe like Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson too would be a good idea to look up for this type of style, but the chart is great, and that's what I think when I look at this chart.
No, I want AG to do a flip. No flip?
All right. So that was New Solution. I hope you liked it. It's a jam. One thing we like to say on the stream is hydrate or dihydrate. No one likes someone who is very, very thirsty. So I have the big, enormous jug of water here. Next up is going to be an artist that a lot of you may be familiar with. If you play other rhythm games, or if you happen to play Beat Saber, you will be very familiar with the artist in this song. There are a lot of songs in this game if you haven't noticed. This is Small Steps by Camellia. For those of you who play those games that I've mentioned before, Camellia has a habit of making amazing music for one. Shout out to Comatech, shout out to Camellia. Awesome person, super amazing. His songs tend to be incredibly difficult and technical. However, if you are a fan of his music, you'll listen to this song and go, oh, this is a nice change of pace. This is kind of flowing and really mellow and chill. And this song has been out since the release of the game. It's one of the moniker tracks of the game. What's also noteworthy about this game
Please choose your dance guide.
Did I mention that this game will teach you how to dance? Yes. There are over 30 plus tutorials that'll teach you everything from the basic steps as to how to move, to how to turn, to how to do a running man, and a lot of the steps that I include in this game. So, it's something that you can look forward to. Even if you have 2 left feet, this game will help you. even if you are a professional dancer of many years like myself, this game will help you. It's all about fun. So we're gonna play this song with H-Boy. Shout out to H-Boy, one of the step charters and producers of the game. And we're gonna go ahead and have some fun with small steps. Just for an additional challenge, because you guys met the donation go so quick, can I have the blindfold, please? Blindfold. Blindfold. Oh. I'm gonna play this song blindfolded, guys.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
All right, so AG's playing in a blindfold. Frick. But yes, going back to like whole chart commentary, for those who don't know what Small Steps is, it's kind of like the quote-unquote unofficial tutorial chart of Dance Rush. That, along with Crazy Shuffle, which is another chart. But as far as Small Steps in particular, it really kind of gets you into the, well, one, the slow tempo kind of helps you get into the Running Man and, you know, just other dance moves. And it kind of helps with the dance guide, too. So, in a sense, you could say that it helps you get Small Steps into Dance Rush, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'll help myself out.
Let's see what you did there. Yeah, so I would say this chart right here has to be one of the, after you start to understand how Dance Rush is, you start to see that things don't have to just be about following the whole chart all the time and not just looking like someone who just doesn't know what they're doing. This right here makes you look, I mean, it's just a great chart. It flows well, and this is also like probably one of the first few songs that were added into Dance Rush. It's got a simple Running Man step that goes into T steps, and as you can see, it's just, even blindfolded, you can just get the idea of how to do this song.
Oh, shoot.
It's impressive to see him do that blindfolded.
Improvised blindfold. That was impressive. I got a 90. Generally in the game, there's currency. There's currency, there are stars that you see on the left. Depending on how well you do, you'll get stars. If you get a 90 or above, you will get 5 stars, 80 for 4, etc., etc. So generally, players of the game, high-level players, they try to shoot for a 90 or above when they play hard. So, that concludes the second set. Argent, sing some of those donations to my ear one good time, please.
Of course. Just want to let you all know as well that all our donations are, of course, going to Alzheimer's Fonden. Alzheimer's Fonden's aim and purpose is to increase fundraising to the benefit of scientific research in order to find a cure for Alzheimer's disease. And to that end, we have a $50 anonymous donation with no message. And we have a very special one here that I believe you'll know. A $25 donation from OP Beta, saying, donating during my brother's run. It's always great to see him and in his element doing what he does best. Love you, bro. Shoutouts to my brother and shoutouts to Argic for being one of the best announcers out there. Love watching your Sonic runs, man. Keep it up. This run is amazing. Let's keep it going. Let's keep that hype going. Let's see more dancing and more donations coming through. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yo, shout out to my younger brother. I love you, bro. Thank you so much for your generosity. Love to see it. Continue sending those donations this way, you guys. The more you donate, the more ridiculous this run is going to go. My heart rate right now is resting 138 beats per minute. Let's see if we can get that going even higher. Let's get this up. So, I actually have the next song is actually a surprise. It is a surprise to my commentators. So my commentators, I gave them a list. I gave them the set list of all the songs that I'm going to be doing. They don't know the song that I'm about to do next. If you can see them, they're just shaking their head like, what is about to happen? So, instead of this next song, which is a banger of a song, we are actually going to be playing one of the newest songs that actually came out on Tuesday. Brand new track, has never been played on a marathon stage before. The name of the song is Trash. It has the John Cena "You Can't See Me," but I guarantee you, this song is not trash, y'all.
Press the
This
button
song
on the
is a
screen below.
heater. It is super fun, and we're gonna go ahead and play it. My commentators are gonna do their best to wing it because I threw a curveball at them, but they're both professionals. And since you met the donation incentive, everyone that you so generously donated to, you will be seeing them start their moves later on. So, without further ado, let's play this brand new track, y'all. This is Trash by Candy House.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
Okay, I'm gonna get the puns out of the way. This chart is not anything but trash.
Hey, it wasn't me. I didn't make that pun.
But no, I mean this. I'm loving this. I'm loving this choreo. I'm just saying that right now.
Wow, you gotta do that Tubby McGuire, Bully McGuire dance, you know?
Yeah, this song just dropped literally about 2 days ago. So it's, to me, I think it's like a really simple chart, but it's so fun. Trying this chart out myself, actually right now. You can do so much with it. I don't know, what do you think?
Gosh dang it, I haven't played this chart for like the first, I haven't played this chart at all. Because I personally live very far from a Dance Rush machine, which totally does not undermine my credibility at all.
Well, you'll get a chance to today, hopefully. I love this guy so much. He's putting so much there's so much energy into this. I love it. Woo! That's a perfect spin right there. Great pin.
Everyone in the community likes this song, but there was one thing that we all agreed upon. Boy, all that jumping has got to be murder on the calves. And let me tell you, just a little bit. Just a little bit. So, next up, we are going to, excuse me, I need to rub my eyes. Sweat gets in my eyes. We are going to play the song that was originally supposed to be up next. Some of you, if you are fans of future pop, future funk, like good kawaii tunes, you may be familiar with this next artist. That is Moe Shop, and this is an original song for this game called Melody Hacker. The conditions to unlock this song are very strenuous, takes a lot of grinding, but this song is amazing, and I can feel the spirit from you guys, from chat, everyone watching, like a spirit bomb. So can I get some frog emotes in the chat? Can you spam some ghettos in the chat? I would love to feel that energy. Send me those vibes. I would greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to take a sip of water, hydrate, because no one likes a thirsty person. It gives you a thirsty brain, and you don't make good decisions when you're thirsty. So I'm going to drink some water, and we're going to go ahead and get started with this amazing track, y'all.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
All right. I love this part. probably one of my favorite 9s to come out recently. They just added it probably about, I'd say about a month ago. And this chart right here is one of those charts where you're constantly going and going. It never stops. And that's what makes this chart like probably one of the higher 9s in the game. It gives off a lot of running mans, a lot of what's called sponge bobs, which are those left and right going in. And it's a very like upbeat, high song. And the cool thing about it is that any of these songs from Malaya Shop are just probably some of my favorites in the game.
Yeah, definitely for sure. From the few times that I've played Malaya Hacker, and just hearing the song and then getting familiar with the chart, it's just very fast paced. That to the point where you kind of just have to like go with the flow. Just stop thinking. Just gotta go with the flow, you know.
Look at that.
He's just concentrated.
He's just in the mood right now to focus. He's keeping that score too. That got that combo going on right now.
He didn't break the combo, did he?
I don't think so.
Oh, are we gonna see another FC?
There we go.
Yeah, another FC. Nice.
Full combo.
ESI, if I didn't know any better, I would say that's another $10 in the bank. Got another full combo. 11 greats and 1 good. Sometimes that happens when you're having fun, and that's okay. So, next up, I'll just wait until after Argic reads these donations. Argic, go ahead and take it away, sir.
Thank you, thank you. We got a $50 donation coming in from Anonymous that just simply says, loving the dance moves. Ain't we all, definitely. And we got a massive $100 donation from Rosabelle saying, I missed the incentive for the Dark Dawn showcase, so here's just one big chunk off the bat to start into the marathon with a bang. Also, German represent donating for that Trackmania Germany car.
Press the button on the screen below.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Thank you so much for your generosity, everyone. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. So, before I did mention that the difficulty rating goes from 1 to 10. I feel like it's been long enough that we've seen 7s, 8s, and we just saw a 9 that I full combo. So let's go ahead and let's showcase what a 10 looks like. Why don't we? I think that's a good idea. I've kept you waiting long enough. Let's see what some of the hardest songs in the game look like really quick. The next song that we are going to play is it's one of the more brand new songs. The way that you unlock this song is you have to magically find it in random select. So this song is incredibly rare to find on a lot of people's cards because of the amount of luck that is required to get it. But I am a person who practices a lot, and I'm very determined. So what we are going to play, for those of you who do not read Japanese, we are going to play Dopamine Stardom Remix. This is a remix of a pre-existing song that has been in U-Beat, also Dance Dance Revolution, called Dopamine. And a lot of the remixes, a lot of the Dance Rush versions of the songs have their own special remixes that are made maybe a little bit slower or alternate BPM, so you can shuffle to it better. Dopamine is no exception, as I do believe the song itself goes well over 200 BPM at parts. It's a very fast song, very difficult and technical. This song, it's on a level 10 scale, it's one of the easier songs, which is why I'm just going to kind of show it to you. We're going to start off a little early before we get into some of the more difficult level 10. So, it's a good song, it's a heater, it's a banger. Let me see the cat gems in the chat. Let me go ahead and see all of the hype emotes in the chat if you are enjoying this so far. And let's go ahead and play some Dopamine, everyone.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
Alright, we are getting into Dopamine. Thanks to Katakana. But yes, essentially Dopamine, or as I like to call it, Asker 2.0, is a very, what you'd say, hardstyle-esque song, right?
Yeah, I would agree too.
Yeah, it's a very, and it's one of those songs, at least for me, it's like one of those songs where it's like you just let passion guide you, let your emotions take over, and it's the only time where I'll ever accept anyone stomping on the pad because it actually makes sense.
Yeah, if you really need to have that mindset of how to keep up with the beat, I would say just stomp with this card. It gives you enough room where you can just stomp, 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 and still be on beat. So get the perfects or even breaks and just flow right with that song. Gives you a lot of relaxed time for these cards. And look at that. Get yourself some freestyle in there too. Now this part right here, I always mess up myself because I'm always going with the opposite leg when it comes to those. So
yeah, it's definitely one of those trickier patterns in the chart. It's like, you know, once you hit them, it's like really satisfying.
yeah, and I would agree too.
Spin, it's a key step, I like that.
And you can just really get in those spins too.
Oh shoot, that was actually good.
Top off with a quick clear.
All right, and all right. So that's Dopamine. 2 misses. It sometimes happens. Flipper Chan going to need to come in, do a little bit of work. Dopamine is an interesting song because currently it has the least amount of notes, least amount of steps out of any level 10 in the game. Less steps than some level 9s and 8s. Woo! That took a little bit out of me. Catch my breath really quick. So the next song that we are going to play, you're going to hear me say this a lot. Another favorite of the community. And when I say a favorite of the community, I really mean a favorite. During my Twitch streams, I get this song requested at least twice every stream. We're going to be playing My Time by Riran. This is a hardstyle song. It gets the heart pumping. It gets you moving. If you've been having a bad day, a bad week, well, let this moment be the moment that it changes all around, as this song will get you on your feet. It'll make your toe jump up in your boot, put a little honey in the hips, make you want to get up and maybe just be a superhero for a moment. I hope this song empowers you as much as it empowers myself and other members of the Dance Rush community, and I think you'll enjoy it. Plus, look at all the little green guys in the jacket, getting the candid photo like a group photo in elementary school. You'll love to see it. So I'm going to take another drink of this water. We're going to go ahead and play it. Then after this set, you know what time it is. We're going to get some of those donations. So keep on donating, y'all, while we play My Time.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
I gotta say, that's probably one of my favorite lyrics in the whole game right there. It's got such an impact that it's pretty much my favorite anthem song for this game.
Dude, I mean, I'm like, bro, how can you not sing this when this happens? Like, dude, when you play Dance Rush and My Time comes around, like, you gotta say that opening part.
You have to. It's just, you look up the lyrics, you learn them, and then it's just...
Wait, off the pad? The front?
That's impressive right there. Impressive. legitimately, Ejikin is fire right now. He's in the zone.
That off the pad gameplay, dude.
We keep telling you this stuff. This keeps you just coming for more. Yeah.
Oh, reverse. Dude, like right behind him. Dude, he's just attracting a crowd, like right behind him.
There's a crowd right behind us.
It's great. I love it.
This has to be probably one of the best hardstyle anthems for this game too. So.
Well, honestly though, this is why I really love Dance Rush. You just kind of attract a crowd. You know what I mean?
Argic,
Yo.
if you happen to have many donations in the bag, go ahead and let that rip for about a minute or two.
We got a
Catch
few
my
here.
breath.
Yeah, you catch your breath. We got a few here. We know we got a $5 donation from Meepston here that says, I was fully prepared for Ejikin's Dance Rush Stardom run today, but I was not prepared for the announcer to be my boy Argic. Truly, a crossover to rival endgame. Cheers to everyone over there at round one, and good luck to AJ. We also have a $25 donation from Maggie's Atelier that just says, awesome job. And it really is an awesome job. Don't forget, folks, while you donate as well, you are being entered into some of our prizes. Did you know that this time for ESA Winter, the grand prize is a PlayStation 5 disc version. You need a minimum donation of $100 here, and there are two, one for the EU and one for the US of A, alongside a few more prizes like some Nintendo Switches, Retro Tank 5X, both at $50, and a minimum $40 donation for a ViewSonic Elite XG240R. Find out more about them at prizes.esamarathon.com and keep those donations coming in.
Argic, always the best in the business. Thank you so much, everyone, for the donation. I know that I would like a PS5 disc edition. I think you guys should. I think it would look really good in your home. So why don't you donate and make that happen? So next up, I want to give a special shout out to the French speedrun community, Speed Them All. They hold the distinction and honor of having the first marathon that hosted Dance Rush Stardom. Because of them, we ironed out a lot of kinks in the run, got a lot of the audio and video equipment set, and they had a little something that when I played this song, they kind of went off. They kind of lost it. So, there's this song, really well known in the community, called Party Jumpin'. I told them, let me see your sheep emotes, let me see your goat and your cute fluffy emotes. They put up parrots, they said Party Parrot, and because of that, this is Party Parrot, Party Jumpin'. I can't unsee the parrots in this. So shout out to that awesome community, Speed Them All. I love you, je t'aime, merci beaucoup. So Swifferchan is going to come over here, do a little bit of, hit the pad with a little bit of love. Because Swifferchan puts in the finest of work. And did you know Swifferchan also plays Dance Rush too? I know you're saying, how does a sweeper play Dance Rush? Well, stick around and you'll definitely find out. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and play Party Jumpin', a favorite of the Dance Rush community. You're going to hear me say that a lot because the music in this game is just that good, folks. So let me see all of your livestock. Let me see your chickens, your sheep, your party parrots, your birds, your cows, what have you. Let me see that blow up chat if you are enjoying yourself. And keep those donations coming as we play Party Jumpin'.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
Oh man, woo! We're getting to Party Jumpin'. This is honestly like a really cool chart. It's one of my first freestyle charts that I played, and honestly, like, dude, it's so cool because you could do like Cossack kicks in this chart, like in this section of the chart. It's really fun.
yeah, I have to say, like, this was, when this song came out, like, this was probably my favorite song in the game. This came out, like, 2018, so you can tell you how long this game has been going on right now. This song gives you, like, so much room to just do whatever you want, and I remember even, shout outs to Riri, seeing his choreo of this was one of the things that got me really into, like, doing choreo for this game.
You know, I was about to say the same thing.
The best part is that this is a 7, and probably the highest 7 I can think about without being too hard, but also gives you such enough room to just do whatever you want in this while still being, like, on point. Come on, Chet. Put those hands up.
Hey, yeah, throw those hands up.
Look at you. Age again.
Nice.
Man, that hypes me up already. Just saying right now, that hypes me up right now.
Dude, the song just hyped you up.
All right. I hope you enjoyed that track as much as I did. So, next up, we're going to have a remix of a very well-known level 10. And then we're going to kind of let myself catch my breath, play some more chill and easier songs for everyone to kind of like vibe to. And then it's going to get real fun from here. So, next up is a song that was actually made as a remix, an exclusive remix to the official soundtrack of this game, which you can actually get on iTunes. That song is Garuda, the Homarju remix. Homarju is an independent, I'm so sorry, went down. Homarju is an independent artist who also is an in-house Bemani artist. So not only has he made music for a lot of the favorite Bemani games, but also in other games such as Groove Coaster, Waka, DJ Max. You may have seen some stuff on like Osu and Stepmania, Beat Saber, all over the place. So this song is a banger, and I picked this song because some of you may have asked, hey, there are steps. You know, there's a denotation of a left step and a right step, where you use your left foot to hit the left step, right foot to hit the right step. As you can, I noticed some of those, you weren't exactly doing that. Well, as I said, this game is very open-ended. It allows you to freestyle, and I hope you noticed something with a particular step called a stutter step, which you may have seen me, it looks like this. Let's see if my commentators can, very observant and astute that they are, kind of educate you as to the different thing that I do during it that works. So this is Garuda, Homarju mix. Gonna get some water, and then after this song, we're gonna go ahead and read some donations.
All right, we got a $20 donation from Ultonian Wolf right now with no comment, but is putting it towards that Trackmania Community Map Showcase country skin and putting it to Norway. So right now we have a tie for that. We currently have $50 to Germany and $50 to Norway. Quick refresh here just confirms that there is also France and Sweden.
Yeah, this part right here
will be taking it.
Probably one of the favorite nines. It's just like, it starts out really slow, but the song is just really good. It's a really good remix of probably one of the first ends of Spark Stuff that we had. But yeah, this part just has like a really good vibe to it. Just look at that.
Yeah, so as someone who hasn't really played Garuda or the Homarju remix, or really got the chance to get familiarize myself with it. Like, what are the kind of like stark differences you find between those two charts?
Yeah, so this is actually a level 10 song, and this remix is actually like, compared to the level 10, this is a big difference, but in a good way. The 10 is actually probably one of those harder 10s because of some of the moves you have to do in that. So to have something get put to a 9 is just kind of like surprising. And how relaxed it is versus the 10 makes it just much more enjoyable at the same time. Don't get me wrong, I like the 10, but this one's still my favorite out of the two.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that Konami, or at least Dance Rush, is very willing to remix some of their original tracks and then re-put them into the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely not the first of its kind. You see a lot of songs that have either been recharted as separate charts or have gotten remixes and have their own like unique chart.
Yeah, shout out to Forgetting Machine for having 3 different charts. I'd say right now I'm feeling a little tired after that one. Whew.
All right. That song is super good, y'all. I love that song to death. Well, you know what the deal is? Arctic, let me get some of those donations, my good fellow.
Yeah, I want to put a challenge out to chat. We are currently at $3,615 here. We've still got around about another 20 minutes of this run left. Can we make that up to a very nice 3,800? Let's get a $5 donation train going, dancing along with the songs as we come in here, especially since we're raising money for Alzheimer's funding. Remember, all donations here are going towards Alzheimer's funding and trying to find a cure for dementia and other dementia-related diseases. Thank you very much for all your donations. Please keep them coming in.
All right, if you have maybe like a quick donation or two, you can go ahead and find.
Please choose the number of players. In order to play the game,
As I say, I can give you a quick update right now as well. Some of the donation incentives to try and get you through. Currently got the Trackmania Community Map Showcase Country Skin, France, Germany, Norway, and Sweden. We also have the Link Between Worlds file name. Right now we have BBF with $11, Germensch with $10, and we've got Zeldude in the lead with $50. Will that still be there, or will another name come out of nowhere? Only you in chat can decide here as we go through on the runs here as well. Get all the hype in the chat too for this run. Let Ajikin know just how much you appreciate all these smooth dance moves.
And I do appreciate all of you appreciating it, and I thank you all for being here, tuning into this run. You could be doing anything right now, but you chose to have your eyeballs tuned in to ESA Marathon during ESA Winter 2020, 2022. And I like you, I love you, and I appreciate you for it. So the next song that we are going to be doing is, there happens to be fans of Dance Rush. Dance Rush is starting to get a few machines in Europe. One in Netherlands, a couple in the UK. There's also one in Moscow, Russia. And what's kind of cool about that is I like to say that Europe is one of the biggest places for shuffle style dancing on the planet. Their scene is amazing. They really push the boundaries as to what gets done in the dance style. And it's a shame that there's not a bigger presence of Dance Rush over in Europe. However, some of the people from Europe that are fans of my channel that absolutely keep up with Dance Rush absolutely love this song, and whenever they pop in the stream, it's the first thing they request. Shout out to my boy Lord Wolf in particular. Majestic. I love this song because it's a really funky song by Dirty Android, and it is a special version of the original song that you can see above it, Majestic. This is a Crab Step edition. There are certain charts that focus on certain dance steps. Crab Step looks like this. You know, like, get your Zoidberg on. So we're gonna get our Zoidberg on, put a little bit funky with Majestic. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
Alright, so this chart is Majestic Crab Step Edition and was part of some Ramani event, or Danceverse event, that happened in the summer of 2021.
Yes, I believe this was one of those events where they basically took a bunch of the different cards and they gave them all different lessons. I believe that would be the gym event. If I'm not.
I remember it's some like long Japanese title.
Actually, no, it was the Hono no Dance.
Hono no Dance Gakushiku 2020 Autumn.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for the help.
Thanks, Japanese lessons.
But yeah, it was part of that event, and basically it gave a bunch of these cards what a lot of TD players call another cards, and this one is basically goes with crab steps. And as you can see, the chart is actually pretty easy, but at the same time, it gives you all this room to just do whatever you want to, and to me, it's great. Like, his freestyle right now should show you right now what he can do with it.
Man, shaking his hips, dude.
It's great. I love it. This is the perfect start for this. Just keeping it up. Look at that. A 99.9 full combo. That is almost an excellent. Nice.
That makes it what? 3 full combos, right?
Yeah, that's 3.
Yeah.
All right, that's another full combo, so that's $30 and 3 greats. I wasn't even paying attention, y'all. I was just in the zone. We almost got an EXE live on the marathon. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy, guys. All right, so the next song up before we really get into the hard stuff, y'all, is I Know It's Winter. But I love summer so much, y'all. One of the favorite things of summer is just hanging out with a bunch of friends, listening to some good music and watching the sunset. And I like to say that this song, Orange Lullaby, really encapsulates that feeling of watching a sunset with your friends during summer, whether you are out of school, out of just like not working, and just having a good time. And I can't wait to share this with you. Let's shout out to the little orangey boy right there, getting his roll on to the Spark Festival, as we like to say in the community. So I hope you enjoy this song. This is by you, who, like the Camellia song, different change of pace from what he normally would make. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let's go ahead and get some Orange Lullaby, and then we're going to get some quick donations and some updates from RJ.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage.
All right. I got some really cool news for you all, folks. We managed to get ourselves up to $4,005 right now.
As we get started with the chart, my first impression of Orange Lullaby is nightmare fuel because of the jacket review.
Same vibe from it too. I don't know. I like this song so much. It's actually one of those songs I could see outside of this game just becoming a big hit on the charts. It's like you hear that on maybe like XM radio. It's being played constantly because it's such a good, relaxing chart. Look at that. Just backwards right now. Doesn't even look at that. That's insane.
Oh!
Showing chat some love. That's so beautiful. I can tell you right now, he is just insane with this song. Just relaxing, yet still bringing in the hype. I think I could actually figure out like where these lyrics come from, because I think I've heard these before, but it just works so well with this song.
All right. I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did. I'm just going to sit down and build up my breath, because next up, chat, we're playing 2 level 10s back to back. We're going to play 2 of the hardest songs in the game. Argic, take it away.
Well, we're going to hype you up for those 2 level 10s, because we got $4,000. We got ourselves massive donations coming in there for you. Lots of love. We got a $100.05 anonymous donation saying no comment. I'm too busy riding 20 laps to the $5 donation train. A huge thanks to everyone who has come together to make this such a wonderful event, particularly the tech crew. And then we got a $100 donation from Soul Sage that says, Ajiken is absolutely killing it. Glad to see some literal speed running, or is it speed dancing, at this marathon. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
All right. So, I'm going to continue drinking this water. Because as I said, these are going to be 2 of the hardest songs in the game. For those of you who saw my Summer Games Don't Quit 2021 run, you'll be familiar with this first song, as it was the only song I full combo during that set, due to the pad giving me issues that day. This is my first level 10 EXC. It's also incredibly convenient because the KAC, or Konami Arcade Championship, literally just happened this weekend, where you can call it the World Championship of all of the Bemani rhythm games. And last night was the Dance Rush Stardom Championship. There are 2 divisions. There's a singles and then there's a pairs division. And really, RIRI is how Dalhidi became the first back-to-back champion of Dance Rush. And this song that is coming up next, which is called Shiva, is infamous amongst the Dance Rush community, because it was, I would say, the first song that came out as a KAC Unlock. It was a qualifier, mind you. This song is the first one that made people stop and go, wait, whoa. This game is getting real all of a sudden. For a while, this had the most steps of any song in the entire game. I do believe it is somewhere around 570 steps. I could be wrong. I'm going off the top of my head. But I am so good at this song, and let's see if we can maybe get an EXC, or at least get a full combo. I'm really comfortable with it. Swifferchan's going to go ahead and buff up the pads, and we're going to go ahead and play Shiva. This song is a heater, so let me get your energy in chat. Send your vibes, send your energy, send all of the emotes, spam it, and send those donations, because Shiva is going to require it. Let me tell you. So let's go ahead and play Shiva real quick.
I have to say, as he gets the pad ready,
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage.
you guys are going to be in for quite a treat.
Yeah, so Shiva, I believe AG did this in his summer GDQ appearance, right?
Yeah,
He tried to EXC it and then only ended up with a full combo, so hey.
That's still impressive.
It's still impressive, but will he get the EXC? It's the real question.
We'll see. I have to tell you right now, like those those swipes right there are so hard to kind of keep yourself in tune with.
Oh wow.
It's all right though. I mean, this is one of the hardest songs in Dance for us, so.
Yeah, I mean, hey, to me, as long as it's over 90, I don't really care.
Yeah. Let's give some shout outs to some water after this, because this is already making me thirsty after looking at this. I believe there's also probably another song, I believe it's Love the Shuffle, that has this amount of insane shuffles just going on all the time. Just the running mans in this are constantly going, you never get a break. See, even with the combo broken, he's still at 400. Intense. Gotta eat some water after that.
My commentators just signaled for me to drink water, and I appreciate it. Actually, that score is really obnoxious. I'm gonna go ahead and call that a full combo, because that score is insane, by the way. So 580 steps. Would you believe there is a song with even more steps that is even harder? This is one of the biggest changes from the FGDQ run this summer, is the inclusion of this song. Before, there was the hardest song in the game.
This is how to play.
Then live on stream, players from all over the world got to watch me get obliterated by this song and fail the song at 38%.
On the stream below.
The producer, H-Boy, in which we saw teach us how to dance earlier on, popped into the stream before I played it and merely said, "Good luck," and then left. This song is incredibly difficult. I do believe less than 6 people in the entire planet have an excellent on this song. Maybe somewhere around 30 people all over have actually full combo this song, yourself included. So we're gonna shift the donation goal for this song. The way that you unlock this song is you have to pass it on extra stage at the end of the event. If you get more than 3 misses, you automatically fail, and you have to unlock it the hard way. There is no way on earth I can get an excellent on this song. Not yet, at least. So, if I full combo this song, I will donate $20 as if I got an excellent. If I get less than 4 misses, I will donate $10. This song is hard, y'all. So I'm gonna drink some water, and we're just gonna go ahead and play it. Send all of your spirit energy, chat. I wanna donate.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
All right, let me see your dance. I believe this is like okay, this is obviously one of the newer charts in the game, and I believe this kind of dethroned, like, made its place as one of the hardest charts in the game.
Yeah, so the hardest chart in the game used to be Set Me Free, but then this came out, and this pretty much made that look like a 10. Now this looks like an 11, and there is so much going on this chart. There's no way even I could full combo this, because it puts in like triplets right now. Like, there are actual drills that are put into the song.
Yeah, I mean, Dude, like, I remember watching a video of, like, my friend, I'm gonna shout him out, his name is Meepston. Like, I saw a short of his, like, video on YouTube just trying to get through, let me see her dance through one more extra stage and failed immediately. I was just like, God, how hard can this be, right?
I think I remember, we watched a video at CFMC doing this, and actually, EXE in this, and we figured out a lot of stuff about this chart, because this chart will keep you constantly on your toes. There's stuff that basically incorporates everything about Dance Rush, even down to the stuff you do not like to do, and it puts into this chart. I gotta say, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about what's coming up next, but if there's anything to show for this, it shows that this game will never stop, bringing new stuff in.
Yeah, so it really kind of gives you the whole idea of like that the game can really be hard when it really wants. Obviously, the game is definitely marketed towards a less technical crowd, you might say, catered towards more freestyle, freestyle focused centric people. But Dance Rush, though, through this chart, really does show how hard things can be.
That is. Get some water for him.
I'm gonna still donate $10, because if this were regular extra stage, I would have passed that. But that song is hard. That song is really hard, chat.
Press the button on the screen below.
Arctic, I hope you enjoyed seeing me dance. Let's enjoy listening to your voice to some donations one time.
You take the breath and get that water, because we got a massive $185 donation coming in here from Head Dragon that says, cool. Just cool. That's it. This is more than cool. This is amazing. Thank you very much for that awesome donation. We also have a $5 anonymous donation saying, Ichikin is a pleasure to watch on the dance floor. Look at that huge smile as he slides his way to victory. Thank you very much for all your donations, folks. It's been an absolutely fantastic showcase, right?
Absolutely, and we are about to wrap it up in just a minute. We're going to go ahead and it's time to have some fun. You got to see some high-level serious play. And as I like to say, I'm sure maybe my commentators mentioned this, when songs get harder, it becomes tougher to make them look good and to style them, which is why you saw me play with a different style of play. Scoring in which I'm maybe not so ridiculous and boisterous, flamboyant with my moves, very precise, a little bit rigid but not tight, to make sure that I hit stuff perfectly and I actually land those steps. But we're going to go in the opposite direction. We're going to have some fun here. So, as I check something with one of my comments. Okay. Alright, so during this last set, we're going to have some fun. So remember how I said Swiffer-chan knows how to play Dance Rush? Well, we're going to go ahead and see that. I like to say that this game is so easy, chat, that even a Swiffer can play. So I'm going to have Swiffer-chan come and help me out during this song. Once I get there, bear with me. There are about 250 songs in this game, and sometimes it takes a second to sort through them. We're going to play Voltissimo. Shout out to all my Italian crew out there. Very, very Volt.
Press the button on the screen below.
We're going to have fun. It's all about fun because there are many ways you can play this game. I hope you've enjoyed yourself so far. This is going to be the last set before we get on to our donation incentives that all of you so generously donated for. So let's have some fun, y'all. Give it up for Swiffer-chan, putting in the finest of work, everyone.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
I don't know if y'all ready, but I'm ready for some Voltissimo.
Yeah, this song was crossover from the Sound Voltic series, which is another Damani series. Yeah.
Yeah, this came out in one of our events called the there's like a Bimani 2019 Bimani crossover event, and this one had to be one of the best to come out just for the fun of it. You're about to see why. Just Swiffer Chan is here helping out. It looks great.
Earlier, with the whole 2022 Winter Olympics going on, I was like in a restaurant, and curling was like the sport, and then they were using like the group. I'm like, wait, Swiffer Chan.
Give it up for Swiffer Chan. I just love this right now. This just looks amazing. This shows you you can have so much fun with this game. It doesn't have to always be so serious.
Yeah.
Always just be like chill. What you're seeing right now shows you it's pretty fun. Give it up for Swiffer Chan.
All right. I hope you enjoyed Swiffer Chan. She puts in the finest of work, don't you agree? So our last song of this run, before we get to our donation incentive, is going to be a song that I actually didn't cover during the SPDQ run because we were unsure about whether it would get copyright claimed or not. And then we actually talked to the artist, and he said it's actually okay. There's no copyright claim, there's no strikes. And we tested it, and good news, we're going to be playing Undercover. My commentator just almost flipped over the table with excitement.
Press the button on the screen below.
So I'm happy to showcase this song. This song came out during a Halloween event, and it is almost universally one of the most liked songs in Dance Rush by people who play the game and people who don't. This song is amazing. I'm so glad to share this fun freestyle with you all. Time will be when the game says clear at the end of the song. So thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by. Don't go anywhere because we have a little bit more fun just for the donation incentive right afterwards. So let's wrap this run up, y'all.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
All right, we get into one of my favorite charts in the game, Undercover, dude. I just love how it's just so chill, but it kind of just builds up, right? And what I love about Undercover is that it's one of those songs where you gotta dress up for this chart, dude. Like, I played this chart in a trench coat, and I just feel like, man, I feel powerful after playing, Undercover. I even have a video on it, and it's just so cool. Doing all those spins, all those, see, that ballerina spin, that's just, really good.
Yeah, it's just backwards, too. It shows you that this song right here just has, a very different style to it. I don't feel like there's pretty much any other song like this in the game, and it really sets itself apart from what would I say, probably over 200 songs in this game, so that's pretty much a big statement for the song.
Yeah, and for a level 9, it's pretty freestylable too. So, that's something I really liked about Undercover as a chart.
And Jamario's he's just selling it right now. Wow, the page of him is just so graceful with this song. He has so much energy going on right now.
Yeah, especially in this part, dude, you can do a lot of things with these parts. Personally, I like to do V-spins on, the kind of crab steps.
Oh, yeah. It's just, wow. Beautiful moonwalk right there.
Woo!
Such a
94 for a freestyle. Like, that's a pretty freestyle. Like, I like that's pretty much a freestyle right there.
I would agree.
Yeah.
All right. Woo! Thank you so much for enjoying that. So, I think we donated, we hit both of the incentives, which means I'm going to step off the mic.
Press the button on the
I'm
screen
going to step
below.
off the camera for just a couple of minutes, a minute or two. Argic, give me some more energy. Let's hear some of those donations and some of those updates one good time while I transform really quick.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be great. Chat, you donated for this. It's going to be amazing. We got ourselves a $100 donation from Fuzzy here, who comes in and says, figure I got as good of odds of getting that PS5 off y'all as I do finding one at retail in the wild. And that is right. That $100 donation is going to Alzheimer's Foundation and to getting a chance to win one of 2 PlayStation 5 grand prizes. We have one for Europe and one for the USA to give away to one lucky winner. Minimum $100 donation for that. I will try and confirm if it is a single donation or if it is a cumulative donation. I will get that figured out for you all. That donation also went to the community map showcase for Trackmania, putting the skin to Germany. So I think Germany is blasting away in head right now, putting the pedal to the metal with $150 to the $50 from Norway. Will Sweden or France be able to come and take it ahead? Only your donations can decide.
All right, if you got a couple of more, or just, fill some time, I'm almost...
No worries. Yeah, we can fill up donations here. We are going to let you know just about Alzheimer's Fonden here. Alzheimer's Fonden are in Sweden here. They are the Swedish fundraising organization focusing on Alzheimer's disease and other dementia-related diseases. Their aim and purpose is to increase the fundraising to the benefit of scientific research in order to find a cure for Alzheimer's disease. Did you know that Alzheimer's right now has no cure, but treatments for symptoms are available and research continues? Although current treatments cannot stop Alzheimer's from progressing, they can temporarily slow the worsening of dementia symptoms and improve quality of life for those with Alzheimer's and their caregivers. All your donations here will be going to Alzheimer's Fonden. Please do keep them coming in. We're at $4,112 right now, and this is just day one. This is just the pre-show right now. Let us hit 100,000. That's the goal for this event.
All right, awesome. So next up, we're going to be playing 2 sets. The first set is going to be, well, I'll call it the fun set. This is your donation incentive to see me play a song in the absolute silliest of costumes. You ready, chat? You ready to see what your boy? That's right. Hi. Nice to meet you. I am Ajikin, the Dance Rush Narwhal. Look at my horn. It's beautiful. Look at my tail. It's nice. I got flippers. I don't have hands. They are inefficient when I swim. So I'm going to do my best to grab my card. And we're going to play a song that reminds me of my good friends in the Arctic Ocean, in the colder parts.
Please choose the number of players.
Because I'm a narwhal, in case you were
In
wondering.
order to play the game, press
That's
the button
right,
on the screen
you
below.
donated for this. And it was between 2 costumes, by the way. It was between the narwhal and if I was going to be a Mogus sus imposter. But you know what I didn't want to do? If I wore the Amogus sus costume,
Select mode.
I would just take up the whole entire frame like this. That would be no fun for anyone. I gotta give you guys something to check out the stream for every now and then. So, the song that we are going to be playing in this lovely costume that I will very likely keep on for the rest of the donation incentives is going to be another song that is very wintry, very cute and adorable. It is a song that is called Penguin Morning. Where at some parts of the world it is morning time right now. So what better way than to enjoy your morning than with the cute, cuddly, adorable notion of a penguin in a narwhal. I think it's a good idea. I really do. So, I do believe it is, it's a level 9. This song is incredibly fun. It's a song that, at first, if you are new to the game or even just seeing the chart for the first time, it may not click. The name Penguin Morning may be lost on you. But if you pay attention, and my commentators will do a great job kind of explaining why this song is called Penguin Morning,
Press the button
you
on
may
the
notice
screen
something
below.
about my footwork. So pay attention to my feet, if you will, my narwhal shoes, and see why this is called Penguin Morning. You donated for this. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this. Let's play Penguin Morning.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
I'd say there's probably an appropriate costume for this song. Would you agree?
I would. I'm just still mystified by the fact that Undead's cosplaying as a narwhal.
It looks perfect for this song.
And no wonder why the chart is called Penguin Morning. I can see why.
You almost look like you're kind of waddling on this card, to be honest. And that's what makes it so great.
Queen spins. All right.
I have to say, he's just really showing it off. He's just showing how great this looks. This is so much fun right here.
This is why we need Dance Rush in the States and in Europe, because it's such a tech-talkable game.
I'd say something fun, something cool. So the little steps that he's doing too, those would be called stutter steps. But for now, I think I'm just going to call them waddle steps. But hey, Chad, have you ever seen a narwhal pretty much dance at Dance Rush? I don't think I have before. So. Really keeping up that score too. It's great for just a display of craftsmanship we're seeing here. This is just impressive.
Nice.
And a great end to a beautiful
Yeah.
song. An awesome costume.
I know, right? Oh my goodness.
Okay. By the way, ignore the score. This is all for funsies. So, the next song is one, and this is going to be the end of the first donation incentive. This next song is one that not only was this part of the KAC finals that just happened this weekend, but shout out to local Dance Rush player, and by local I mean here in the US, Jessica Phantom, who at the most recent Dance Rush competition that we had here in the US in December, took fourth place with
Press
the
the button on
freestyle
the screen
event
below.
that involved a pillow fight with an Evangelion monster. While I don't have pillows and I don't want to have a pillow fight with lovely Maxie here in the angel costume. You will see Maxie later on for the next donation incentive, because we are all festive. I will do something pretty fun and I'll have a good time with this song. So, we're going to do this and then we're going to go ahead and get on to the dance-off donation incentive. Thank you guys so much once again. I am having a blast. I would rather sweat nowhere else than right now raising money for ESA supporting Alzheimer Foundation. Great cause. Let's do this.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
What is he doing?
Yeah, I was like,
I can tell you right now, he's going to have some fun with this chart. This chart right here is probably one of the silliest charts you can do for some things you found out about this chart. And yes, I do feel like this costume still works out. He's in his pajamas, so this is perfect.
I really need to learn how to spin so gracefully like that, dude.
In time. In time. You can see right here, you have so much time for this part.
Amazing
Perfect.
off the pad gameplay.
See, sometimes you can just take the dance off of the pad. This is perfect. This is beautiful. All I gotta say is that gives energy for this last part. This totally gives you so much hype energy after that.
Hey, I mean, go big or go home, am I right?
Oh, you're right. Right now, we're not going for scores. We're going for fun. We're going for freestyle. Just having a good time. It's such a great end to that song. I love that song.
All right. So as we get started on the final donation incentive, Argus, let's get the last set of donations out the way. Thank you so much for hosting this amazing run. I'm having a blast, and I hope you are too.
Oh, we are definitely having a blast. I imagine chat are having a blast as well. Once again, folks, for one last time, for the final incentive here, we just want to let you know we are raising money for Alzheimer's Foundation. All money raised for ESA Winter 2022. That is donations, your subscriptions, your cheers, and your merch purchases from the merch store will all be going to the Alzheimer's Foundation. If you've got your Twitch Prime sub right now, let's start that Prime L there. Let it going up in the chat as we get ready for the final donation incentive and the dance off.
So, all right. So this entire time, you've heard the lovely voices of my commentators during the songs I've been playing. Well, of course they play the game too. And one of the favorite things that we like to do in the dance community, because there's not a lot of locations, especially outside of Japan, that do have multiple machines where you can have a head-to-head dance-off. So instead, what we do internationally is what's called a train or a rotation mode, where everyone uses one pad, everyone lines up. You get maybe 8 to 16 bars to come up, do your own thing, show your stuff, and you rotate to the next person in line. So what we're going to do, and I would say my commentators are some of the best players, along with myself, here in the United States, at not only scoring but styling. So we're going to go ahead and show you what we can do. So I invite both of my commentators to come up, Effin Weeaboo and Lo-Fi the Bear. Come on, you knew this was coming. I invite both of them to come up, and we're going to play a song.
Press the button
I'm
on
going
the
to talk
screen
it over
below.
just to make sure that we're okay with the song.
Press the button on the screen below.
We're going to play Kill the Beat. This song is a heater. This song is a banger. And I would rather have, but very few people besides these two here to flex with me on this jam. And then the final song will be a treat involving the entire community if we can get everyone up here. So, you guys donated for this. Let's see some high-level flexing. Let's go, y'all.
Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready. Go. Press the button on the screen below.
All
Press
right,
the button on the screen below.
this last song is going to be probably I would say the theme song of the Dance Rush community. When this song dropped, it's the first song that just about everyone agreed, oh, this is it. You can go places on this one. And it was all that you heard played. This is Crazy Shuffle by you. Not only do I have Lo-Fi the Bear, F and Weeboo myself, but we have members of the Ohio DDR community right here behind me, as well as one of our guests. We have Carrie, who, former Ohio resident, now lives in Korea. She flew all the way out here from Korea just to be here with us. So thank you so much. You are awesome. I appreciate you all. I hope you all get on your feet. I hope you all have enjoyed yourselves so far. We're going to go ahead and show you what we can do as a community. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. Let's wrap it up. Let's have some fun, y'all. Let's get it.
Please choose your dance. Okay, stand by in the center of the stage. Ready.
ESA, this is Ajikin with the Ohio DDR rhythm game community from all over the country and all over the world. We want to thank you for letting us entertain you, donating for Alzheimer funding, a really good cause for Alzheimer treatment and prevention. My name is Ajikin.
Press the button.
Have a good night, have a good morning. Shout out to Round One for hosting us. Shout out to Mickey, one of the members of the Dance Rush community who's helped us connect us with the international audience. Absolutely appreciate you. Shout out to the Dance Rush Discord. You guys are amazing. Join the Discord if you want to learn more about Dance Rush. And shout out to, well, you, because without you, we wouldn't even be here right now. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Have a good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Be nice to each other. Be nice to yourself. I'm out. Thanks a lot, everyone, ESA. Let's go!